Okay, so holy mother of God, that was crazy. This is nuts. I'm losing my mind. I can't stop smiling. Yeah, I'll just get into it in case you really, truly want to hear my thoughts on the spotlight. Here we go. We'll just start with the cinematic, okay? We're just going to start with the cinematic, which, man, thank you. Thank you, cinematics, for being back. Thank you, Blizzard. I needed it. Once I saw, like, the quality animation that I was so used to, it still looked a little different to me, but maybe it's just because I'm so used to not seeing it. And obviously Vendetta is a new hero, and we've never seen Doomfist in that kind of a cinematic either, but it looked awesome. It nearly brought a tear to my eye. That's how sentimental I am about the lore of this game. However, we'll just get this out of the way. We'll just go through it. I don't like that Vendetta beat Doomfist. Now, actually, okay, so I don't like the way that she beat Doomfist, all right? I don't like that she just beat him in a straight-up 1v1 in front of all of his homies. I really think that that is a problem lore-wise, unless they are able to, or they have a plan to retcon it, right? And by that I mean that they're already planning for Doomfist to come back and either beat her in a 1v1 or take Talon back in a different way that actually, like, earns him aura points. Because it was sick when he caught her blade. I actually was like, oh my gosh, Blizzard is going to do this well. Blizzard is going to make it, you know, so that Doomfist has to get beat by maybe outside means. But no, Vendetta just took his lunch money. And I don't like that. Even though I don't like Doomfist necessarily that much, I do like Doomfist in lore, okay? Then after that, we'll just go to the next thing that they really that they announced right after that. We're dropping the 2, guys. We're Overwatch. We're a franchise again. No longer do I have to call myself an Overwatch 2er and get made fun of for not playing Overwatch, because now I play Overwatch, all right? Starting Season 1, I will be playing Overwatch. And so will all of you, and it's kind of cool. Like, we're franchised. Hopefully that means that there's going to be a lot more coming within the Overwatch IP. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a good thing. It's a good thing. I don't think that'll ever be considered a bad thing. Now, let's go to the hero releases, which 5 heroes off the bat. We'll talk about the 10 that's coming all year. We'll get to those eventually at some point in our lives, obviously. But the 5 that are coming out now, this is insane. Anron, it's Wu Yang's sister, the Fire College. Haha, I feel like they're going to expand on it now that they have both of them in there. Anron, whatever. I know that people are having problems with the design. Trust me, we're going to have a conversation about it, but her kit is sick. She is literally a Fire fan chick, and she looks cool. She is going to be playing in the style of like a Genji, like a Tracer, like she's going to be playing cleanup. But she has some weird aspects with the flames and whatever. I can't wait for people to figure out. They're actually probably figuring out right now because their hero trial is out. But yeah, we'll talk about Anron in her own video because I got some words for that. Then after that is Domina, and all that I gotta say is, mommy. Okay, whatever. But I mean, it's an Emma Frost clone, whatever. I don't care. That's exactly what I would want. I wanted that when I saw Emma Frost come to Marvel Rivals. Her design, I like her like build and what you can get from her as a character. I was like, I would love it if Overwatch had something like that. That is cool. That is cool to me. And not only that, what I really like is that she is another poke tank in the same vein as Sigma, able to just hold and like pretty much vacuum up whatever space is in between them and their shield. I think that is a good thing, specifically because whenever Sigma becomes meta, he is literally the only poke tank that you can possibly, just have there, right? So now she will be a part of poke metas, which aren't great metas, but at least now we have some variants, right? At least we have some variants. Then we have Emre or Emery. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going to be so honest with you. But from a lore perspective, I have been waiting so long for him, okay? He has been in the lore for a long time. I'm just glad that he's finally getting his debut, okay? And he's also probably like the least I don't know what like difficult hero to like figure out, I guess I would say. in like the terms of he's pretty much like he's gonna be like gun, shoot, point, click, whatever. And I'm excited for that because, you know, I'm terrible at the game and really only like characters with shotguns and point click stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just glad he's here for the lore mostly. Mizuki, I don't really know how to feel. He feels kind of awkward in the fit. Or they feel kind of awkward in the fit. I know that they're going to be a part of Kiriko's clan and a part of the Hashimoto. Actually, they're infiltrating Kiriko's clan. I would like to see where it goes. The kit didn't look like much to me, like anything I would care about, but you know, whatever. And then Jetpack Cat. Holy cow, are we all excited for Jetpack Cat? This is cool. This is fun. This is interesting, Blizzard. This is what people want, especially because Jetpack Cat has been in your files for a long time. Again, people are saying Marvel Rivals, Jeff the Landshark clone. Why wouldn't we do that? Why, like, imitation is the best form of flattery, everyone says, right? That's what everyone told you when you were a kid and you were getting made fun of or you're getting copied, right? And this is awesome. This is what Overwatch needs. They need something to bring people in. They need something for people to rally to the game over. And Jetpack Cat will be that. And their design, whatever, don't really, or their hero kit, sorry, like their abilities, don't really care. But this hero was needed from a design point. And now I can move on to like the only real gameplay change that they put in, which is sub roles. And there's a lot of them, and they really mixed up the entire cast, and the hero selects this screen looks weird and awkward now. But it's like people are complaining because they believe that the sub roles isn't much of a change up to the actual game. And I think that you're kind of right and kind of wrong at the same time. Because I think sub roles are more of a change for like the future. I think sub roles can lead into something great for Overwatch, which is the flex role for 5v5, right? Like, I believe that a lot of people that play 6v6 hate 5v5 because of the way that tanks operate and whatnot, and just the boring same thing over and over again that 5v5 kind of forces you into. But I think that with sub roles, you can maybe add like another queue, like a flex queue, right? That would include certain tanks that are maybe off-roll tanks, and probably certain DPS that are like a hard or like are kind of niche, right? Like that being itself would that role being itself would probably make a lot of 6v6 players play 5v5. So that would be a positive addition because of sub roles, and obviously sub roles add the passives that come with them, so that'll change how the game is played. Maybe not to someone who's like gold and below, or at least silver and below, which I know is a lot of people, but like, yeah, they won't notice the change because they barely know what the passes are anyway. But we will. Most people that are complaining will be able to feel the change and the difference in the game. And then not only that, but huge shakeups in terms of like just 5 heroes being added at once. Do you understand the balance implications of that? Do you understand how insane the game is going to be for the next like season and a half? Like, it is going to be terrible balance. The game is going to feel like poo for a while from a balance standpoint, but it's going to be awesome, and you're going to be able to forgive it in so many ways because you, like, all of these new heroes are going to be changing how the game is played. You are going to be relearning this game to a certain extent, okay? Like, obviously, you're still going to be able to do everything you used to, but now you're going to have to deal with 5 characters that will change the game in ways that we literally cannot predict. So I'm kind of happy that they didn't add anything else crazy to the balancing, you know what I mean? But like, I think sub roles are fine for now because they give you a little bit and they'll give you more later. To wrap it up, you know, the things that really don't change much but are kind of cool. Faction War, excited to see what they do with that, how they make it unique from like other games that have done faction war stuff. Overwatch versus Talon, it's a good way to get people to grind the game. It's a good way to get people to keep coming back for like rewards and whatnot. Hopefully the rewards at the end of it are really good. Like, depending on what I choose, like I get an actually good reward at the end for choosing Talon or for choosing Overwatch and for all of us achieving our goals. But that'll get people to play the game. Crimson Moon, thank you, Blizzard. Like, that is actually an interesting competitive skin. So interesting, in fact, that I actually think I'm going to play competitive on my main account. I'm going to tarnish my main account's unranked hours by putting competitive hours on them, solely because that skin actually looks really, really good. And then there's the mythic problem, right? Mercy and Juno are getting more mythics, and people are pretty mad about it, and I'm not happy about it. I'm not mad, I'm just not happy. Mostly because I understand why they did it, right? Mercy sells, guys. We have talked about this so many times. You cannot be upset about Mercy getting stuff when Mercy players buy their stuff, right? You can get upset about Lucio not getting things. You can be upset about Ramatra not getting things. Dance emote, by the way. Dance emote. Thank goodness for that. But you can get mad at people not getting things, but you can't get mad when Blizzard makes a skin and then it sells. And it sells and it sells and it sells. Why would they not? I'm so serious. You literally cannot get mad at that. Get mad at what they don't do. But, like, getting mad at the fact that they are playing or are doing what they should is crazy to me. And I'm glad May got a skin. But other than that, have a good one, I guess. This is crazy. I look forward to Overwatch being back.